Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things. And now we see them, and today we got a great show for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. So this is a topic that I actually wasn't sure I was going to produce, but then I was like, well, we might as well talk about it after Mitch sent it to me today. I'm like, okay, well, we might as well talk about it. So, as you guys know, Bronny James had his career game when they played against the Milwaukee Bucks, and I believe in that game he had 17 points in the game, right? And I just want to point out a quick observation that I've made since that game. You know, one of the things that people always say is that, you know, why are they picking on the 55th pick? Why are they picking on the 55th pick? No other 55th pick is being picked on like this, right? Why are they always picking on him? He's low-hanging fruit. And this essentially comes from the camp that are pro Lebron and all of that stuff. And they're saying that they're only picking on him because, you know, he's LeBron's son. Now, here's what's interesting. Here's what these fellas don't point out to you. Are you aware that when Bronny plays well, all they do is plaster him all over the internet? So the question I then have to ask you then is, why are they promoting a 55th pick all over the internet? Why does he get so much praise when he does well? Why do you think that is? It's for the very same reason that you guys think that he gets hate, because he's LeBron's son, right? What I've understood is they have no issue with the praise. They have issues when people call out some of the low points. So in that game, Bronny scored 17 points. In that game, he had 3 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. But he did have 4 turnovers. But that was his best game so far as a professional. Then the next game he played, let me see. Yeah, the next game he played was against. I'm trying to see what day it was. I think it was on Saturday. Yeah, when they played against the Chicago Bulls. And I think he played in that game. I just want to be sure because I know. Yeah, no, did he play in that game? Yeah, I believe he did. Yes, he did. He played 6 minutes. He had 2 points in that game, but he went 0-4 from the field. So he shot 0% from the field, but he did have 2 points from the free throw line, right? So no one is talking about that much. And if you talk about that, you're a hater. But if you point out the fact that he did well, or you're not a hater. But anyway, I came across some sound here from Rob Parker, who was going off on people that essentially want us to bow down to the Bronny James altar. And he was going off on them and was just essentially like, no, you guys are not going to bully us into having your point of view or your position. I'm not going to be a part of you guys overblowing this thing and trying to make it seem like it's something important when it's really not. And the hand of the Rob, he really went off. So what we want to do is play exactly what Rob Parker had to say here. And I'm going to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Rob Parker there.
I'm trying to really put my thoughts together because once again, people have overreacted. Who in the world trumpets a 17-point performance in a 29-point loss where the game was never really in doubt with all the injuries and whatnot? Seriously. I mean, really? That's the game. I remember when he was in Philadelphia and they gave him some extended minutes and he looked like a fish out of water. You remember that game? And where was LeBron James? Talking about leave the kid alone. Where was that tweet about the mean media? Oh, it was okay that all the talking heads on TV this morning were big up in Bronny now. I thought you wanted everybody to leave him alone so that the kid could develop and just play. Oh, today was good because it was positive. Oh, yeah, did you see my boy? Did you see the kid? You see what he was able to do? I told you he could play. There's a difference. All of Bronny's points, all of his stats, garbage time. That wasn't a real game. That was not a real game. If he did that in Philadelphia earlier this year when they put him in extended minutes, you'd get my attention. I don't value this at all. I don't. There's a difference between games, meaningful, That's why there's stat called garbage minutes. Why do we come up with that? Kelvin, any points are good. You play basketball, right? No. We know there's garbage time. In baseball, we call it the mop-up, right? When the game's out of hand and you put people in, oh, yeah, he had mop-up duty. He pitched 4 innings of mop-up. That means there was a mess there. There was nothing there. There was no game. I'm sorry. People going crazy and wigging out over Bronny. I didn't see any value in it other than the kid got to play because there was nobody else to play, and the game was never in doubt, and he played. That's it. That's all I took from it.
So you heard the commentary there from Rob Parker. What are my thoughts on this? I think Rob represents a contingency of people that just feel like they're not going to be bullied into having this consensus view or this view that some of these guys out here want. Essentially, there's some people out here that have come to the conclusion that if you speak negatively on Bronny James, and by negatively, we're talking about pointing out some bad performances, maybe some deficiencies in his game, you hate him, you hate LeBron James, right? There are a group of people like that. And these people want you to just simply say positive things about him and only say nice things. Why? Because he's only a 55th pick. But then at the same breath, they don't mention the fact that he gets way more press and coverage than any other 55th pick in history. So they only want the good aspect of it, right? If you're going to talk highly about a 55th pick, it's fantastic. Everybody wants to see him do well because he's LeBron's son. But if you point out the fact that, okay, look, this isn't really all that impressive. Oh, you're only hating on him because he's LeBron's son. And Rob Parker's like, I'm not going to bow down to you people the way Stephen A. Smith did. Stephen A. Smith bowed down to LeBron James. He bowed down to him. He bowed down to him. Like there's no question about it. He just couldn't come to terms with having a strong position and saying to hell with it. He couldn't do it. He was there still trying to placate and cater to his feelings and cater to his supporters, cater to his inner circle. And they just over there looking at him like a fool. Like, just dance for us, man. You're like, dance. Throw some peanuts at his feet. Make him dance for us. Just dance for us. Right? It's like they don't respect you no matter how much twerking you plan on doing for them. No matter how many ones they toss at you, they don't respect you. So you might as well just take a strong position and stand there, right? So you have that. And I think Rob is pushing back on these people. Like, no, y'all are not going to bully me into it. His partner, I think Kelvin, was just essentially saying, no, you got to understand, Rob. Like, it was a beautiful moment. And Rob is like, I don't care. Like, I don't care. It's like, this is nothing to be hollering and screaming about. I don't care. Right? And this is something that these folks simply don't like. They simply don't like it. They say, if you say any negative thing, and I think it's fair to say that there are people that are going to go at Bronny because of LeBron James. That's 100% true. That shows you just how polarizing LeBron is. Like, he's super polarizing. So there are people that don't like LeBron that are going to go at Bronny, but there are other people out there that are just like, look, bro, if the kid plays well, I got to be able to say he plays well. But if he plays poorly, I got to be able to say he plays poorly. And you can't only come at me and when I say something negative, but then don't praise me when I say something positive. All of these people trying to get on Stephen A. Smith, calling him a hater, they don't have one single thing that they're talking about. There's nothing. It's you can't rationalize with these people because Stephen A. Smith went out of his way to say, I'm not going to critique Bronny. I'm not going to watch his game and all. They don't care. All they want you to do is just keep twerking. Don't stop. The music ain't stopping. The honey keeps pouring. Keep twerking. And the minute Stephen A. Smith stops for like 5 seconds, they're like, well, he didn't play well there. Oh, you're a hater. You hate LeBron James. This is how these guys view. Like, it's a totally different mindset. It's unlike anything I have ever seen before, anything I have ever witnessed before. It's just a unique breed. Like, I don't even know where these dudes came from. I don't even know where these dudes are going to. Some of these LeBron supporters are they're just a different breed, man. Like, one of the things I've noticed is that some of them are now taking it to the standpoint where they're trying to bring race into the locker room with the Lakers. Yes, there's some people that are trying to do that. They're trying to bring race into it. What am I talking about? There are a contingency of people out there that are so drunk off of slurping down honey that they cannot process there being a world where there's a player that's on the roster, the same roster where LeBron James is getting more praise, getting more support from the media. People are overlooking his flaws more than LeBron James. And because you do that, all of a sudden they're only giving Luka Doncic this edge or this leeway because he's white. Yes. So every time the Lakers don't do well or whatever it is, they're always posting pictures about Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. And you see they're giving these white boys the praise. And I'm like, yo, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Y'all embarrassing us. Why are you bringing these guys' race into the sport? Into sports, number one. Number two, and if there are people that do that, screw them. You got to join them. So that's number one. Number two, I thought you want the Lakers to do well. So if you want the Lakers to do well, why do you attack Laker players on a nightly basis? You don't want the Lakers to do well. What you want is LeBron to do well and LeBron to get all of the praise. And if there's any other player getting praise on the roster that he's on, all of a sudden you're going to attack him. And now the new angle is they're covering up for Luka Doncic because he's white. Do you understand how problematic that is? Think about actually interacting with a person like this in person. Think about how a person like this thinks. They're sick. You got mental issues. I'm sorry to say. You're not even a Laker fan. You're just there to suck off LeBron James and coddle his balls. That's all you do. Every single night. Hollering and screaming. They pouring honey, whipping you on your back. Honey's flicking off your shoulders and elbows. It's just crazy. So these dudes are a different breed, bro. Totally different. You can't reason with them. How are you going to reason with somebody that drinks honey? How? How are you going to reason with them? These dudes be gyrating, man. The twerkation is just out of control. It's just out of control. Out of control. Just the other day, I'm laying in the living room. I got my last jar of honey on the table. I got to look out the window. It almost looked like one of these LeBron fans was peeking through the window. They trying to figure out how they can get to this jar. It's just unbelievable. Unbelievable, these dudes. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know where these dudes come from. You heard? I don't know where they come from. They be up there reaching for anything. Oh, man, you really love LeBron and bow down and kiss his ring and Bronny's a GOAT and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, yo, bro, get out of here. Like, get out of here with that. It's unbelievable. These are my thoughts. We catch you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.